Birthday Howell, birthday outside, birthday Howell, birthday outside, birthday Howell, birthday outside. All praise unto Yahweh Shemi outside, double honors to the apostles, a great millstone. Honestly, brothers will be pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. So I just seen this article here on Russia Today, and this is going into the Syria attacks, of which they've been they're basically saying, that was a false flag. These countries, they got their own propaganda, just like how America's got their own propaganda. Whether it was or it wasn't, that's not the purpose of this video. Okay, this purpose of this video is going to show you the power of truth. Okay, the power of this word going out there, the power of the internet being there. Okay, and the power of the Most High ultimately, because when we go into the scripture right here, Isaiah the 47th chapter, okay, you get to finding out that the Most High basically was going to reveal the secrets of Esau, okay, which is the so-called white people, so-called white man that rules America, and consequently the whole world, okay, and part of that whole beast system is also NATO. Okay, so let's start off here with this article. So it says here, false flags are real. Okay, U.S. has a long history of starting wars, okay, via lies. Okay, now the reason I brought this scripture here is simply because, okay, when you read this scripture, it says, "Come down, sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, the untouched woman." Okay, virgin daughter of Babylon being America. Okay, sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldees, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate, because war was going to be, because as these nations are seeing why they're saying the U.S. has a long history of starting wars over lies, what do you think their anger is going to be directed to? Going to be directed towards America. It says take the millstone, grind, and cover the locks, make bare the legs, and cover the thigh and pass over the rivers, man. So that's what you're basically starting to see here. Okay, them so-called secret moves that they used to be able to do back in the day, and people will just wink at it. That's being revealed. Okay, also to the shame, okay, that is in America, which was the enslavement of the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans. Okay, use of the term false flag is often met with raised eyebrows and accusation of conspiracism. Okay, but false flags are very real and very present on the geopolitics. Okay, and that's because this he's got the serpent tongue. He's full of lies. Okay, he went out there to rule the world, to expand his desires, and he was going to do that with via lies. This is the book of Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, the 4th verse. It says, "Behold, his soul which is in him is lifted up," meaning that he's proud. So when they talk about America being untouched, as we saw the virgin daughter, the untouched woman, okay, which is America, which is Babylon. Okay, when we see that, and we also see the general sentiment, okay, of Esau, which is basically, or mostly exemplified by America, it's that pride, man. That pride. This is what this scripture is talking about. It's talking about their pride. Because his soul which is in him is lifted up, which is pride. It is not upright. Okay, he is in him, but the just shall live by faith, which is us. We're the just. We're living by the faith and the hope that the Yahweh Shemi Shai is going to come and relieve us of this man's devilish antics. Yeah, also because he transgressed by wine, which is that propaganda, the false flags. So they have these news outlets, and people actually believe in these news outlets that are within the United States, and they actually believe Trump's out there to actually stop some terrorists, or he's actually out there to stop Assad. There's an agenda here, man. That's the agenda is to rid the world of Russia, but then they're both Edomites. And that goes back onto the book of Daniel. A house divided up against itself shall not stand. So let's go back here, and of which that scripture that I just quoted, that's actually within the New Testament, but it tells you that within Daniel, there was going to be parts of, there was going to be a kingdom that was divided. Okay, parts that were strong like iron and parts that were like sand. Right, so it says, yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he's a proud man, neither keepeth at home. That's why they have had it to where you got this scripture here. It says, U.S. has long history of lying to start wars. Why do you think? Why do they need to start wars? What's that all about? Right, that's all about expansion. You start wars to expand. Now they had, like I said, like it says here, they transgress by one, which is the propaganda and that. They'll have you believe they're out there to what, to keep the world safe, but really they're out there to expand their agenda, and ultimately that agenda is going to be complete world domination. All right. So it says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desires as hell, and he is as death and cannot be satisfied. So they cannot be satisfied with just Iraq. They wasn't just satisfied with just Afghanistan, of which all of those wars they were started under false pretense. They wasn't just satisfied with taking down Gaddafi. Okay, they had to go out there and get get Syria. And ultimately, that's going to be them trying to get into Russia. That's why you got it to where you got American bases out there all along Russia's borders. All right. So let's go back into here. It says, use of the term false. So we read that. So it says, last week, the United States, along with the UK and France, bombed Syria, Syrian government targets, ostensibly in retaliation for an alleged chemical attack, which was carried out 1 week before the city of Doma. All right, so they go into all of that, and I'm sure people have gone into that and explained this down the third. So my premise really is this, okay, the lies and how the lies are being uncovered. So now let's go into the scriptures, and I'm going to go into the book of Psalms, the 83rd chapter, no 83rd, Psalms the 58th chapter. So the scripture tells you about this, the nature of how this person was going to rule. They're going to rule with deceit, lies, treachery. They'll set up covenants, which one of those covenants that they had set up. One of those covenants that they had set up was a declaration that they wasn't going to do. They wasn't just going to go out there and bomb someone before it had gone through the proper channels. But what did they do? They just went out there and bombed it anyway. All right. So it says, Psalms 58 and 2. It says, yea, in heart ye work wickedness. Psalm 58 and 1. Let's go straight to the point. It says, do ye indeed speak in righteousness, or congregation, do ye teach uprightly, O ye sons of men? Yea, in your heart you work wickedness, you weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. The wicked, okay, which when we go into the book of Job 9 and 24, you find out that the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, meaning to say the person that was going to rule the earth was the wicked. Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof, which is the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans. So when you open up the images that's supposed to be about the saints, okay, the people of the Lord, you see all a bunch of Edomite people, Edomite-looking people, and that's just not supposed to be the case. This case is supposed to be that there was a Jake's in there. So it says there, he covereth the faces of the judges thereof, if not wherein, who is he? So we go back here to Psalms the 58th chapter. Yea, in the heart you work wickedness, you weigh the violence of your. So it says, do you this is the third verse. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they're born, speaking lies, and that's what they have done. Okay, they set up these lies, and they have the people believe in all of these lies, and as a result, they've basically ruled this world under a veil of secrecy. But that secrecy is being revealed. Okay, that's why you got articles like this being pushed out there, and more it's going to become like that to the end that the scripture is going to be fulfilled. That what all of these different nations are going to hate the whore. So it says here, the wicked are estranged from the womb; they go astray as soon as they are born, speaking lies. Let's go back onto Isaiah the 47th chapter. So back. I need to go forward now. It's a shame this thing don't have a forward button. Isaiah 47, and I'm going to finish it off here with a few precepts here within Isaiah the 47th chapter. And 3, so it says that nakedness shall be uncovered. So their way of being, how they decide to conquer certain places, it was going to be revealed. In the latter times when the internet was going to be out here, it's prophesied within the scriptures that you was going to have the internet. Okay, when you was gonna have it to where brothers was getting into the prophesying, you was gonna have certain things revealed, and it was gonna become so apparent what the agenda is. It was gonna become so apparent what the end goal for Esau is, and people was gonna see how wicked these people were. So it says, "Thy shame shall be seen I'll take vengeance. I'll not meet thee as a man. And that's the Lord. The Lord ain't gonna meet this man in a fleshly manner. He's gonna be like he's gonna be in like an angelic force, right? So the point there is that what, that nakedness shall be uncovered, which is the shame. That shame shall cover thee, lies, robbery, treachery. Okay, like it was saying within Habakkuk, there are what do you call eagerness to take everything. That was gonna be uncovered. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna say, all praise unto Yahweh Shemi Al Shai, double honesty, apostles, a great millstone. Honestly, prophets that be pushing this truth in sincerity. Shalom.